No one really cares what happens to someone when they fall into the abyss, but now, Rudo is living it firsthand. In that hell, there are giant CGI beasts made of trash. They stalk him, chase him, and want to tear him apart. Our albino rooster tries to escape, but there doesn't seem to be a single safe spot nearby. To make things worse, the air is so toxic he can barely breathe. He's about to accept his final fate, but then he remembers Recto, the only one who taught him to believe in objects, the only one who could avenge him. Rudo refuses to let the ones who framed him get away with it, so he stands up to fight. He grabs a metal pipe and charges the massive beasts. Yes, with nothing but a damn pipe. He blocks one of their attacks and fights with everything he's got, even if it seems pointless. But he doesn't give up. Fueled by rage, he manages to cut one of the creatures in half. For a second, he thinks he's safe, but that's just the beginning. The beast regenerates and comes back for him. He dodges the attack but can't get up and starts coughing blood from the toxic air. Once again, it looks like it's over, but suddenly, a mysterious man with an umbrella appears in front of him and violently slaps a mask onto his face. The guy tries to tell Rudo to shut up, but the kid keeps bugging him with questions. Finally, the man yells that they're gonna attract the trash beasts and that you can't kill them with regular weapons. Because of the yelling, a whole damn horde shows up immediately, but they're no match for this guy. His umbrella starts glowing and transforms, getting way more powerful. From that moment, the beasts can't even get close. His weapon deflects their attacks and destroys them by spinning like crazy. One of the bigger creatures launches a Bijou Dama acid bomb at him, but it does nothing. The man wipes it out in seconds. Rudo asks him, "Who the hell are you?" The guy introduces himself as Engine, a humble cleaner. Bro, look at that drip, or a farmer alert. Because of the blows, the toxic air, and the sheer presence of Engine, Rudo passes out. While unconscious, Rudo remembers a legend Recto once told him. If someone cares deeply enough about an object, a soul can inhabit it. That's why Rudo grew up believing objects are alive, and now, that belief is about to become his power. But his thoughts are cut off when he wakes up and sees Engine has him chained up. The man takes him to an unknown place. Rudo tries to ask a bunch of questions, but Engine doesn't answer. He only says the place he calls home is the sphere, and Rudo can't go back there now. Not only is it in the sky, it constantly moves, making it nearly impossible to find. When Rudo keeps pushing for answers, Engine just leaves him alone in the middle of a junkyard. A group of masked men show up and ask if he's a spirit. When Rudo says yes, they seem friendly and free him from the chains. But right after that, they lock him up in a truck and chain him up even tighter. The spirits dump their trash into the abyss without thinking, which leads to trash beasts, toxic gas, and more chaos. So of course, everyone hates the sphere and its people. They plan to sell Rudo, but one of them enjoys torturing him first. He shoves food waste into Rudo's mouth, thinking he's never touched garbage before. But Rudo bites his damn fingers off. He's sick of being labeled. Then, as he recalls Recto's words, Rudo suddenly channels a red energy into the chains and breaks free. Engine, watching from afar, smiles. He was right. The boy is a giver, someone who can bring objects to life and unleash their hidden power. Rudo transforms the chain and scares off the thugs. Then he grabs a car tire and transforms that too, shocking everyone again. Apparently, being able to use more than one object like that is not normal. Right when Rudo's about to crush the last guy, Engine steps in and stops him. The object turns to ash, and Rudo starts bleeding from his nose. After seeing his potential, Engine makes him an offer. Join the cleaners, and I'll tell you everything you want to know. But our rooster doesn't seem too thrilled about it. He hesitates. He's not ready to choose, but destiny is already in motion. This episode gives us a much better view of this strange world and its people. There's a lot at play: Recto's death, Rudo's past, the givers, the sphere, the cleaners, and more. That's why it makes sense that one episode isn't enough for a full intro. And honestly, it's great the series isn't trying to dump all the concepts at once. If it did, it would be a mess. The idea of givers is super interesting. It allows for a ton of variety in abilities and characters, since literally any object can become a weapon. Some might get defensive powers, others offensive. And it feels like we're gonna see some really creative battles. Anyway, tell me what you think in the comments. I'll be reading them all. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.